Hey, it's Amanda, your homegirl and realtor, and today we are in the sweetest place on earth, Hershey, Pennsylvania, and we are going to check out the downtown. We're going to take a look at some of the boutiques and shops that are here, maybe check out an eatery, and then we're going to go to Hershey Chocolate World. So, you ready? Let's go! But first, coffee. My old reliable hot coffee with a little shot of sugar-free caramel. Yum. So let's talk a little bit about the history of Hershey. Most of you probably kind of have some understanding that it's named after Milton Hershey, who started Hershey's Chocolate Company. But would you be interested to know that his first success had less to do with chocolate and more to do with caramels? So when he was about 19 or 20, he borrowed some money, he went to Philadelphia, he opened a candy store, he thought it was going to be a huge success, and unfortunately it was a failure. So then he moved to New York City and he opened a candy store there. He thought it was going to be a huge success. Unfortunately, it failed. So then he moved back home to Lancaster and he decided he was going to use the freshest, most readily available ingredient that Lancaster could offer: milk. And he made his Lancaster Caramel Company. He eventually sold Lancaster Caramel Company for $1 million. Now, to me, $1 million sounds like quite a bit. However, this was in the year 1900. And the reason he sold his Lancaster Caramel Company was so that he could focus on his chocolate making. And yet, he is also really well known for his philanthropy and pouring into his community and creating an environment that thrived even through the Great Depression. His goal in developing the town was to create an all-inclusive environment, a place that offered everything that you would need. And that is why he created the housing, the theater. I really wanted to get into the theater and show you, but they are restoring it, and I'm sure it's going to be gorgeous afterwards. It was beautiful even before that, but it probably needed some updates because it's a very old building. But Milton Hershey and his wife, Catherine Hershey, traveled through Europe, and he was very inspired by the architecture, especially of the Italian Renaissance. And so that is what inspired him to create the look of the inside of the Hershey Theater. If I can find some pictures, I'm going to try to include them because it's really pretty. Milton Hershey also created the Milton Hershey School, which was originally for orphans. However, it's grown into a school to meet the needs of local families and to set these kids up for big success. It may be cold and rainy outside, but it has not stopped these roller coaster riders. They are crazy. However, just for you, I'm going to brave the rain too. Not by riding a roller coaster, although that sounds fun, but by taking you on a little walk along the tree-lined streets of Hershey. Umbrella. Umbrella is a must. Hershey's appearance is well manicured, and it caters to both the tourist and the resident alike. But would you check out those streetlights? Even the streetlights in Hershey are just a little bit sweeter. Here we got Finici's. It's a beautiful restaurant, especially much better on a nice sunny day. This neighborhood truly is very sweet, and I'm not just saying that because we're in Hershey, but it's just the manicured lawns and the trees and flowers and the big porches where families can gather, outside of their house and just enjoy the day and greet their neighbors. It's really beautiful. It is cold today. So, definitely one of the cons of Pennsylvania. I talk a lot about the pros, but one of the cons of Pennsylvania is the weather. So, we are towards the end of May, and today the weather is 52 degrees and it's raining. So we're heading into Memorial Day weekend with really cold autumnal weather. And that is kind of the story of central Pennsylvania weather. One day you might get a really nice 70-degree day that's sunny and warm in the middle of February, and then the next week you might get a blizzard. Now those aren't as frequent as they used to be, but yes, we do kind of get that mixed up weather depending on if it's coming down from the north or up from the south. We're kind of right in the mid-Atlantic where we get a little bit of everything. So for example, we'll wait for these cars to go by. For example, last week we had an 86-degree day that was hot, humid, and beautiful. And today it's 52 degrees and raining. So we are coming up on the Hershey Theater. You can see it's a really big, beautiful building. There's a lot of construction going on. I was hoping to be able to take you in there so you could see it. However, I don't think that's going to happen. They have everything kind of ripped up. They're working on restoring. So we're going to continue our walk. We're going to go up onto Chocolate Avenue. That's another cool thing about Hershey. Some of the street names are named after the very places that source the chocolate. So you've got Caracas Avenue, Java, Areba, I believe. That right there is the Hershey Kissing Tower. You can see it's rotating, so there's probably people up inside of it. It goes up and then comes back down, probably about every 15 minutes. But you must access it from inside the park. So this looks like a cute little park. They got some Edison bulbs. I would imagine they might do some concerts in the summertime. Over there you can find hula hands, and the other side of that restaurant is Devon's Steakhouse, which is one of my husband's favorite places. It's so good. It's something else. I can't believe there are people in Hershey Park riding the rides right now. Super cold. But there was probably a day when I would have been doing the same. Look over here. You'll see the Hershey Story. It's a museum where you can go in and learn a little more about the history of Milton Hershey. All right, now that we're done with our walk around Hershey, let's take a little peek inside of Three Little Birds Boutique. There's also a Three Little Birds Boutique on the Carlisle Pike for those of you who are on the West Shore. As you enter, you'll notice just some really beautiful muted colors. There's a nice array of clothing, accessories, jewelry. Overall, just a really beautiful shop, high quality material. Next stop is Art on Dairy, where I got a chance to talk to the owner, Laird, and he talked a little bit about his stained glass art. He also said they offer classes, so if you have any interest in learning how to make a stained glass artwork, this is your place. It's also a bit of an artist collective, and there are some other things like pottery and paintings from local artists. Beautiful shop. Let's take one last stop into Fresh Market. Now, this is where I went into earlier in the morning, but I wanted to come back and show you exactly what is here because a lot of people miss this place. It's kind of tucked back away from the main street in Hershey, but it's called Fresh Market, and as you can see, there are a bunch of different vendors. You can find everything from Korean food to acai bowls. There's cookies, of course, there's the coffee I got, there's pizza and sandwiches, and everything you can think of is in here. So it might be a good option to stop by and grab a bite to eat. Alright guys, it's finally time to head off to Hershey's Chocolate World.
the light, turn left onto Chocolate World Way.
Chocolate World.
3 hours free. Show us this ticket on your way out. Have a great day.
Thank you. It's the Kiss Mobile. I am not going to lie, this place can be a little bit overwhelming. There are candies of every possible type you can think of course only from Hershey's Corporation, but I'm just giving you fair warning, if you are bringing your littles in, be prepared, because there are not only candies of all sorts, there's little stuffed animals, like, you know, the Hershey characters, and there's t-shirts, there's little toys and candy, and not just that, there's little bakeries, there's a place to get milkshakes, so yeah, it can be a little bit overwhelming, especially for little ones who might want to buy one of everything. It is now time for the tour, and I'm honestly feeling a little bit giddy and nostalgic, like I am a little kid again. Alright, we are about to go into the bar that used to scare the crap out of me when I was little, and that is the roaster.
Hershey's flavor.
Because it gets really hot in here. It doesn't seem that bad now, but when I was a kid, it seemed really hot.
The unsweetened chocolate. Cocoa nibs have been ground down like this for thousands of years. Milling machines generate lots of heat through intense pressure and friction. The grinding turns cocoa nibs into the smooth, dark liquid used to make milk and dark chocolate.
Oh my gosh, it smells like chocolate.
Into discs of cocoa powder, known as Hershey's cocoa.
now that we're done with the tour, I am on a mission to find the perfect treat for myself. But first, would you take a look at this amazing oasis of a jungle planted right in the middle of Hershey's Chocolate World? It only includes plants that are native to the same area where cocoa beans are grown, and it includes a cocoa bean tree and a princess palm. So cool! Okay, I may just need to get one of these peanut butter cup cookies for my husband, who loves himself some peanut butter cups. I was a little surprised to find out that Hershey was making some protein powders. They have a Hershey's chocolate and a Reese's peanut butter cup. But wait, what is this? Cocoa nibs crushed up in coffee. Chocolate truffle coffee. Hershey's makes coffee. Yes! This is my perfect treat. I am so glad that I was able to take you into Hershey's Chocolate World with me, but for right now, we're going to take a little drive to the outskirts of Hershey because it's just has a different feel to it, a different look to it, and I wanted to show you this neighborhood. All right, buckle up because we're going to move fast. This is like a whole different vibe from the town of Hershey. And if I'm not, I might be incorrect, but I think this part might
In a quarter mile, turn left onto Sunnyside Road.
Might actually be considered Hummelstown. However, it's just as close to Hershey as it is to Hummelstown. So, alright, we're going to make a sharp left. And we're going to go up the hill to a neighborhood called Alpine.
Take the next left onto Sunnyside Road.
Ah, there we go. Alright, here we go. We're coming
In a quarter mile, you will arrive at your destination.
So, I'd like to think that they keep good care of this road. Well, it says it's a snow emergency route, so that means they probably cleared this road pretty early on whenever it starts to snow. That's another thing to consider if you're moving into the area from someplace that does not have snow at all. We don't get a ton of snow, but we do get some snow. Some years, it varies. Some years we get a lot more snow than others.
You have arrived.
Alright. So we are here. I'm going to slow down a little so we can kind of see. Get rid of this screen. Now start it again. Oh, yes. This is so pretty. Check out these houses. They're beautiful. And again, it feels like you're part of a community, but you're also in the forest. Oh, nope. Okay. Village of Innsbruck. Let's turn down here and see what this is like. Somebody walking their dog. Some really beautiful tree-filled yards, beautiful front yards, wide streets, pretty houses. This is nice. This is really nice. Let's see here. Let's see if we can do a loop. I don't know if this does a loop. Pretty. We got some brick houses. Ooh, that white brick is beautiful. Some more beautiful brick houses. Okay. I'm loving it. I'm loving the trees too. It really, like, it kind of gives you a feel like you're still a part of a community, but you know, you're in the forest too. Really pretty landscaping too. How about that blue door? I like that very much. Alright. We got some really nice houses. I think we took the loop. I'm gonna see if this will take us back out where we came from, and we can continue. Oh, wait, no. This is not where we came from, but it looks like there might be some townhouses down here. Okay, this is Oak Springs. We're gonna turn down here and take a little look. Oh, this is really pretty. This is nice. If townhouses are more your speed, this could be an option. Alright, and here's the other side of the townhouses. So you can see they got some nice balconies. Nice wide balconies. I see patio tables. Alright guys, that's about it. That's all I got for today for Hershey. I hope you thought it was sweet. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had fun going to the boutiques with me and the market where we had coffee. I enjoyed sharing some history with you, and especially Chocolate World. Oh my gosh, that was so much fun. And I can't wait for the next time. However, I need some help, guys. I need some help. I don't know where I'm going next time. So usually I have a plan, but I am leaning on you. I need your help. Please tell me a cute town in central Pennsylvania that I can visit next time. Let me know. Love you guys. Bye.